pushing your house res. Trinket is down.
Well,
They smoked me.
Loading new mag!
Nice.
splits.
One might come on bar steps.
Yep.
Watch out.
Black now. It's our gap. It's our gap.
Or last stop standing. Op 4
Impact.
standing. Op
Reloading!
What's up, guys? Today we're doing Operator Guide on how to play as Goyo in Rainbow Six Siege 2025. Talking all about Goyo, how to use the Vulcan Canisters, and basically how to frag out and win more matches while playing as Goyo. First, let's get to the loadout. You have the Vector and TCSG. Honestly, this shotgun isn't bad. It's kind of like the DMR. I will use this on Cade all the time. But Goyo has access to one of the best SMGs in the game, and that is the Vector. Firepower is extremely low, but that fire rate is disgusting for ripping off heads. And this is what I run on it. Honestly, you can't really go wrong with the Vector. I like to run an ACOG on it, to each their own though, but it's a really good gun for popping heads, and you can just kind of sprint around and basically like chainsaw an angle. Pistol, not much to say here. I mean, just 51 damage, it is what it is. And then you have procs, bulletproof, and impacts. Most of the time as Goyo, I'll be bringing impacts because Goyo to me is more of an impact defender. Like I'm like running around, making angles, taking aggressive firefights, making rotates on the fly. Impacts give me that option. It's just maybe occasionally I'll save one for like a rotation for sight if my teammates aren't making it, but you know, gives you options. And they can also activate your Vulcan Canisters pretty easily. All right, now let's talk about Goyo's Vulcan Canisters. So Vulcan Canister, here's how they work. Place it down, you shoot at any moment, and a fire will be activated. So a position like this is one thing I kind of like. As long as it has verticality, it will go over the top. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. This is see how much damage it does. You go over the top and still fire off the angle, which, you know, most people are going to end up playing there. So a Goyo fire like that could really slow down an enemy push, or, you know, kill the planter. Place them in a position where an attacker, it lasts like about 20 seconds. Hell, even place it one like this. When you're on this side, you can't really see it. You can explode it with impacts or whatever, but it is annoying for attackers to have to deal with. It is pretty easy to get an angle on one, but, you know, you have to worry about everything else. So that's one way I would use the Vulcan Canisters for, like, plant denial or, like, stalling out, you know, an attacker walking in. Like, one right there so I can click it whenever I need to. So now, another way I would use Vulcan Canisters is, like, if I plan on playing a little bit more aggressive around the map, I'll place them on, like, windows. It's not quite like a frost map, but when they open it, like they open up the door, obviously it'll do that, and they can't walk in, basically declaring where they're at. I know exactly where an attacker is, and I know they're not inside yet because they're probably not going to run through the fire. It's not outside the realm of possibility. And that's honestly the only two ways that I'd really use Goyo. Like, I'll use like a couple on site for, like, you know, for plant denial, or like just to stall the attackers out. But then I'd also, like, let's say I plan on roaming downstairs and dining, I'll place one on trophy windows so I know that no one can, like, just rush in full sprint. I can just kind of watch this direction, not having to worry about behind me, because I know that when this gets open, they're going to be stalled out because the Goyo fire is going off. That's all there is to really say about Goyo's Vulcan Canisters. They're pretty simple and easy to use, and most people that play Siege, when you see a Goyo, you kind of know to shoot it when an attacker's nearby. You don't just pop them early. Yeah, but the Vector, it does have some recoil, so that's something to keep in mind. But the fire rate is crazy. This is a gun I don't really mind bursting because of how fast it shoots. But the one thing to be careful about Goyo is you can run out of ammo a lot faster than you think in your mag, so you gotta be careful. Now let's get to some Goyo gameplay. All right, now let's break down some Goyo gameplay. Here, we're on Chalet. Take some pot shots at the ace. I hear someone approaching from the flank. We taken down. Trying to find the ace, can't find him. Rotate off, so you can see a Goyo fire on that mud window, which means that nobody came through here. I mean, really good stall out. We rotate, take one down 45. I hear last call on some guy West Main, and we find the kill. And back downstairs, Ace tries to open up bar wall, and he does, but we dies over it. Rotating up the West Main flank. I get shot in the back a little bit. I'm looking for someone that came through dining first. Not exactly sure where he went. We do find the sledge. Checking everything.
Op 4, last operator standing.
One person left alive. I get a heal. I hear him above me. I mark it. I rotate up. Fast ADS speed, high fire rate. Pretty easy to just run around and do whatever you want. Next clip, we're on Skyscraper. Taking on the Finca. Actually run out of ammo there. Shoot him in the feet. Just gotta be careful full autoing like that, because you do run out of ammo pretty quick with so many bullets. Blitz runs in. Goes down as well. Jackal tries to run up the staircase somewhat. We take down 4 of them in like nothing. Next round. Impacting the wall, holding the angle on the breach. Down the Ayana. I hear one to my right, outside the wall. Walk out the breach. Free kill. This clip right here, the chainsaw that is the vector of the chainsaw of bullets. No idea exactly where he's at. He's holding the angle on me. I'm just ADSing, but there's so many bullets fly out. Goes down. One trying to go through delivery. Makes one step inside and goes down. Good shot by Finca, it's 30 health. I swing it aggressively and she's down before she even fire one extra bullet. Fire rate is crazy, man. Next clips. We're on labs. I hear them opening up kitchen window. I swing in. We take down the Deimos, the Ash. We don't quite get. But then we swing out with the pistol and finish her off. Knowing that he's lit up. Chainsaw bullets. Just quick little pre-fires. Takes him down. Now we're on border. Impacting through. ADS speed. Down the Iona. I thought I saw a head there. I did not. Just holding the J desk. Waiting for someone to walk in or go to the window. I hear someone close to the windows. I swing out. Take some shots on the ram. We find the Hibana instead. Open up the wall to find the ram, and we find the ram. Woo, baby! Pretty sure that's the last guy I killed this round. Oh, I trade. Nice little trade there. The ADS speed, that wasn't even a headshot, man. Woo! Next clips. Out back. Getting down the staircase of yellow. Hear him tapping the door open. We do find one who's running down Reptile Hall. We get the knock and somebody else. 1, 2, 3, slam dunk. This guy's already dead before I aimed in all the way. Fire rate with the hip fire. Just start shooting an ADS in. Woo! Now we're on consulate. Take down the sledge. Swinging out with my gun up. Always ready for a firefight. Every time I swing into the unknown. Always ready for that firefight. Now we're playing from above. We take down the Ashton piano. Hold an angle on the closet door walk-in. We do get it down there. Last one is outside, but he's dead now. Back on consulate. Ash holding an angle. Someone tries to come in for a trade. And then one thing I love about the impacts is just being able to make quick little angles on the fly, especially when you have a decent gun. Too secure. I know most of my clips don't have super oh, I use this Vulcan fire to really deal with an enemy. Most of my Vulcan fires are going to be around this site, around the map, like, you know, somewhat near this site in some like specific area. Like here, like we're defending top floor, I'll place one on the master door, in the closet, on the trophy door. And unless I'm playing in those positions, it's not really going to, you know, it's just really more of a stall tactic than anything. It slows them down, letting me do what I love to do when I'm Goyo, is that run around the map and find my kills. Knowing that they can't really push into sight. Swings in, tries to, goes down. Take it down 2. Shoot towards the breach. Now we're on Canal. I asked for someone to shoot towards the breach just to mask my audio a little bit. Get the Claymore. Down in 1. I test my fate. Can't get the finish. So I just rotate around. They're both lit up. Ash hops in, goes down. Tries to peek me, doesn't work. No, we got a few guys outside this. Yep, there's the Flores. Last one is outside on the roof. We're just waiting for him to kind of walk forward. So instead I do. I'm not quite sure what he's air jabbing, but it clearly didn't work for him. Clearly didn't work. All right, that's it today on how to play as Goyo in Rainbow Six Siege 2025. Honestly, I thought about potentially going around every map and showing where I would place Vulcan Canisters, but honestly, it varies. It really depends on what I feel like holding based on what teammates I have and where they plan on like holding down, locking down. I'll place my canisters in different ways and different maps. Like if I plan on roaming, I'll place them on windows or doors around me with maybe some at sight. If I plan on anchoring, I'll place them all around site just to really stall them out, because if we stall them out long enough, eventually they're going to end up having to run through fire or they'll die to the fire itself. Honestly, there's so many different ways of placing the canisters. It's really hard to just kind of just show you, here's how to place a canister on every map. Like I just didn't want to do that because it'd be too long of a video. But hopefully that helps a little bit. Goyo is one of the strongest defenders in Rainbow Six Siege. He has a lot of time denial with his canisters, and he doesn't even have to be alive for it to work, because any defender can use it and get kills with it and, you know, stall the enemy out. But that's it today. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and leave a like down below for more. And peace out. Until next time. Hey.